Hello and welcome in, gamers. Today I am going to be showing you guys how to get some extra hotbars in Final Fantasy. No, I'm not talking about the ones you can just add from the HUD. I'm going to show you how to make a macro that is going to seemingly make you have more hotbars available to you. And I'll show you right now. So let's dive right on in. The biggest benefit for this is going to be over here on the right. I've got this job crystal. This is going to allow me to cycle through all the different jobs that I have. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Another benefit to this is it's going to free up some action bars. The reason I originally wanted to do this was so that I can have a couple action bars over here on the left side next to my party list, which would go right next to these action bars, so that I could quickly apply these buffs to my party members while I was tanking. These are separate macros that apply these buffs to party member 2, 3, 4, etc. Alright, so we're going to open up your system by hitting escape here. We're going to click on user macros. You're going to create a new macro, and you're going to need to have a job that already has a job crystal, preferably. So it's going to be one of the A Realm Reborn jobs. And it's going to need to have be above level 30 so that it has a job crystal. So you can make this icon whatever you want here. You can name it whatever you want. I have the purple job crystal as my icon. I've named it jobs. Essentially, what this macro is doing on line 1 is turning hotbar 8 on and off. So you're going to want at least one available hotbar. So as you see here, the macro is turning hotbar 8 on or off. It is simultaneously also copying the hotbar from Archer 1. So Archer hotbar 1 to my current job number 8, hotbar number 8. So when I open this, even if I scroll up here to some of my melee jobs, when I close it and reopen it, it defaults back to that beginning list. And I'll show you guys how that works here shortly. So I'm going to do is first I'm going to change over to my archer, which would be the bard. So I'm going to change over to the bard, and I'm going to remove my job crystal. So now I am the archer class technically. You can see down here at the experience bar it says archer. I would also recommend having a separate HUD layout for this. I have HUD layout 4 with my hotbars stacked in order. So I can kind of have a little bird's eye view of how this macro is going to be changing into the next one. So let's open up the macro menu and I'll walk you guys through what is going on. So like I said earlier, this one's copying Archer 1. This is Archer hotbar 1. You can see I have all my tank classes here. And I also have this macro. This is a separate macro at the beginning here that is going to swap to give that little illusion of cycling through the different classes to the healers next. So this is my first hotbar, and then it transfers into the healers. So however you'd like to set this up here with your cycling, make sure that just keep in mind that this is going to swap into your next classes. So don't put the melee on with this one, because this one's kind of like your healer one, for example. And all this macro is doing is copying hotbar archer 2 to current job 8. Same with these macros. This is copying 3 to 8, etc. So you can just kind of keep making these macros for whatever kind of uses you need. I've also got this one right here that has a lot of emotes on it. There are a lot of default job icons by default if you want to keep it simple like I did with the tank ones. For the emote one, however, I did add a little custom icon here. You can do using the in-game macro language /m icon welcome emote. This gives this emote here. You can use an item. You could use a spell that you really like. Whatever you'd like to use for your icon. This one's doing something very similar. I have this one, however, on hotbar 7. The only difference between making this hotbar 8 or 7 is that you could have 2 of these up at the same time. But you could have them all going to just the same hotbar. I'll demonstrate this here in just a little bit, having 2 of them up at once, but if you've only got 1 available hotbar, it's fine to make this 8. This one is copying the Gladiator hotbar 1 to my current job hotbar 7. The Gladiator is the Paladin job before it gets the job crystal. And I kept it kind of simple here with my emotes. I just have the cycling ones copying, just like I do with the archer. And I just added the plus sign for simplicity. So yeah, to kind of demonstrate this one more time, I'm going to swap my HUD back. Another tip that you'll want to do is do not touch these macros once you have them made, because you could inadvertently, like if I start clicking through here, you could actually inadvertently start copying stuff to these bars by mistake, and then that would kind of overwrite what you have going on here on your archer. So you could just equip your job crystal back if you wanted to use this to switch back to your jobs. And as you can see now, I can switch back to Viper. And then I can also open this other emote one, because this is technically my action bar 7. Another thing I've done here is I've scaled this action bar to be slightly smaller than this one. And I put it next to it, so it kind of gives that illusion of like a menu and me scrolling through these various things. I'll make sure to put the various 3-letter job codes from Final Fantasy in the description below, and I'll also put these macros in the description below. I just wanted to get a quick guide out there. I've had some questions about, you know, these macros and how to use them and how to make them, so I just want to throw something out there really quick to explain how I did that. If you felt like this content was useful, please like and subscribe so I know to make more stuff like this, and thank you. Have a great rest of your day.